Before starting into technical details, I would like to clear out 2-3 things first. First of all, whatever software you learn, it doesn't matter if you don't have storytelling skills. So if you want to be a professional editor, you have to be a professional storyteller. Just learning the software is not going to help you to become a pro level editor. All these pro level editors have very brilliant storytelling skills. Second aspect is no software is perfect. No software is perfect. Every software has some or the other limitations. And thirdly, you cannot just stick to one software. There are changing demands, there are changing requirements of clients and audiences. So just sticking to one software is not advisable. You have to permeate between different softwares for different kinds of projects. So this term software, like you are watching me through a software. You will be editing video through a software. You will be playing video through a software. There are firmwares in your camera where you record stuff. So this was started by Alan Turing. He devised a software. Software will set of codes. Okay. Now this gives you a perspective that what is an Avid Composer or what is an FCP or what is a Premiere Pro. They are set of codes made to edit videos. So Avid Media Composer today we know it was called Avid Private Limited or Avid Technologies, I think. Back in 1987, William Warner, he made the software Avid, and it was the first time when a computer could edit videos. Films were edited mostly through cutters, Steinbeck cutters or Moviola cutters. Then after that, the tape-based camera came in, and they were for a long period of time. Films were edited on tapes. In 1987, Avid came for the first time. It was launched and it started cutting, but no one switched to Avid. Everyone was doing on Moviola and Steinbeck in the old way only. By 1993, 1994, Avid got one feature film. That means one feature film was edited on Avid. And by the next year, 1994 or 1995, 6-7 films were edited, and then the next year 100 films were edited, and after that by 97, 98, 99, all the films in Hollywood, almost all the films in Hollywood were edited on Avid in the late 90s. So Avid is the leader of all the software, all the editing software that we use these days. The timeline, the concept of the timeline came from Avid. Avid came to Bollywood also. And people started editing on non-linear editing systems. Avid was the first choice, and still it is the first choice. FCP was launched in 1999 after Adobe, after Avid. It was launched by Apple, and Apple has always, due to leadership of Steve Jobs, have an exclusivity about them. For example, the FCP couldn't work on Windows from the beginning itself. Right now, Apple has stopped QuickTime Player to work on Windows. So there are many things in all their softwares and hardware. Apple has done this. So 1999 FCP launched, and it was picked up by mid 2000s. FCP was taken up by all media channels and all TV channels. FCP and Avid were the top two software. Still Avid was taken up by film editors, and TV and media news channel editors were editing on FCP. The history took a turn in 2011. What FCP did, they discontinued FCP 7. Final Cut Studio was a package of all the software, Motion, Soundtrack Pro, Final Cut Pro. So Final Cut Pro 7 was the very popular software. Many film editors were also shifting to Final Cut Pro 7. But now, 2011, Apple launched FCP 10. FCP X. Whoever was editing at that time, you talk to them about it, and everyone will be passionate either on the side of FCP or against them. What FCP did in 2011, in editing terms, we call it hard cut and not a dissolve. Like FCP brought FCP 7 to FCP 10 directly. There were so many changes, so it felt like a hard cut, jump cut in editing language. A dissolve is something which takes us through, gives us time to digest that one scene is going to another scene. So FCP 7 coming to FCP 10, but here they made a hard cut. Directly the features, the way you approach editing, everything was changed, and people who loved FCP 7 started to migrate to Adobe Premiere. They still didn't migrate to Avid. Avid was still restricted to elite top club where only film editors are there. So FCP, the problem with FCP 10 was they started many things which are markedly, pointedly different than all other software. So there were two major things that FCP introduced from FCP 7 to FCP 10, which rattled all the editors, all the professional editors. That is introduction of the magnetic timeline, number one, and number two, the trackless editing. And because of the interface and because of a new approach of editing, many editors left FCP, and then Adobe Premiere started gaining market. Adobe Premiere started getting traction. What basic difference is there between Avid and FCP? Avid is a software which is only used to cut videos. If you use Avid only to cut videos, it is the best software out there. But FCP is something in which you can give an output to a complete video. If you are an independent editor, if you are a video editor who is a freelancer, who takes up corporate projects, who takes up short films, who takes up documentaries, and he or she delivers the whole output. He or she does the sound also, he or she does the color also, he or she does the keyframing masking also, he or she does the titling also, the editor, then the FCP is the best software for you. It is the fastest software. But in pro level editing, in film editing, the editor's job is only to cut. Editor's job is not to do color correction, editor's job is not to do VFX, editor's job is not to do sound post-production. Editor's job is only to cut. This is the basic difference that we must understand. So when you're working in a big team, you should go with Avid, and your team's job is only to cut. The big team doesn't mean that one person is color grader, one person is a sound post production. That teams are separate in feature films. A feature film has a very big team. Even one film, there is a chief editor, there are two or three first assistant editors, and then these assistant editors have other assistants. Sometimes there is a common assistant for all three editors, and then the chief editor is there. So different films have different structure, but there are many number of people, and each and everyone's task is to only to cut the film. For that, no one can beat Avid. Avid is very easy to share among a remote working group or among a team of people. I can start editing and my assistant can start organizing the next scene and organizing the footage. That other assistant can start making a rough cut on the timeline for some other thing, and we can perfectly find on the same project we can work. It is very difficult to do, and there is no feature in FCP this kind of sharing. Avid is better than other software, Premiere Pro or DaVinci, in media management because it is designed to only cut. That is why the media management is very good. There are folders, subfolders. Now FCP also has the same kind of media management, although better. Till now, Avid has the best media management. Media management means the way you organize the shots and the footages in your software. How are you naming them? How are you keeping them? Now in FCP you can have keywords for these video clips. So you just type a keyword and you have attached a keyword at the time of importing only. And when you just type a keyword, suppose rain, and all the shots which are involved in rain, all the shots, if you write roads, all the shots which have roads will be sorted out and you can select and go. The media management of FCP is better than Avid. When you are editing, there are very different tracks. There are different video tracks, there are different audio tracks. Sometimes in some moments, in some scenes, there are more tracks than before or after, and those tracks can get pretty complicated also. Some shot is starting from here, some shot is starting from there. Then when you have to edit in between, then you have to take care of many other things. If something or other get replaced from here and there, you have a problem after that. So in FCP, you can create a compound clip. You can select all the clips, and just with one click, you can make a compound clip. That means the whole tracks, all the other clips are coming into one compound clip. And that compound clip behaves as a single video clip. You can cut it, you can extend it, you can slow it down, you can make it fast. Even you have the audio option. Now Premiere Pro and Avid, they also have this nesting, they call it nesting. In Avid, they also call it mix down. So mix down nesting just means that different tracks are there and you make one clip out of different clips. And when you go into that clip, you can see the different tracks, the layers that were before. So that just makes one nest. In FCP, it is called compound clip. But compound clip is much more aggressive than mix down or nesting. But by that I mean you can do anything with that compound clip. It just behaves like a normal clip. But the nesting and mix down in Avid or a Premiere, they are not very flexible. By late 2000s, all the films and all the videos and everything is edited on non-linear editing systems, and now suddenly editors have to work on trackless editing. So if you see FCP, you will understand what is trackless over there. There are tracks, you can see audio and video, but tracks in traditional editing software like in Avid are fixed tracks. You have one video and you have 3-4 audios under that video. Now if you want a video and audio to come over here, now you can find a space above your video for the video, but for the new audio you have to find a space. Now you have to create one more new track and everything else. If you want to move audio from here to there, now you have to clear space from the track. That track is like a physical railway track or a road track. If some other vehicle is over there, this vehicle cannot pass. So if some other clip is over there, this clip cannot pass. FCP doesn't have all this problem. It is trackless editing. Along with trackless, it is also magnetic timeline. So your clip is attached to the timeline. There is only one track, the timeline, the magnetic track, and every other clip is attached to the clip, not to the timeline. So one major mother clip is attached to the magnetic timeline, and all other audio and video and everything is attached to that magnetic clip. So if you move this video clip, everything moves with this audio, with this video clip or audio clip, whatever it is. So it helps editor to edit at a breathless speed. When I am a single editor, when I am the independent editor, I prefer FCP 10. It is the fastest and it is the best. But when I have to work in a team and when I'm working on a feature project, so then I have to work on Avid, I have to learn Avid. So what I prefer is that I want to keep my options open. I don't want to go to a studio where they edit on Premiere Pro and tell them that no, I edit only on FCP or Avid or I work on DaVinci. So if there's a studio who works on DaVinci, I have to learn DaVinci and I have to go. So if you're a driver, will you tell that I will only drive Skoda or I will only drive Tata? No, right? If you're a driver, you have to drive all the vehicles. You need to know to drive all the vehicles. FCP 10, if you have less time, if you want to have speed editing, accurate editing, FCP 10 has no competition. If you want robust, if you want to share, Avid doesn't have any competition. We are launching a distance learning program, a 3-month professional film and video editing distance learning program, where you will get footages. You can download the footages and you will be editing those footages under our guidance, and those we will be doing online screenings of your projects, of your edited films, where you edit interview project, documentary project, fiction project, music video project, and we will have a peer-to-peer screenings. We will invite other filmmakers to review your films. Every Monday we are going to dispatch the learning material, the footages, the notes that are required. Every 15 days I'll come and I'll interact with you guys, and after 3 months, whoever completes all the projects, and we will make sure that you complete all the projects through emails, and we will create a WhatsApp group. We have a WhatsApp group where people interact over there, and after 3 months we are going to put you in internship in your city or in Mumbai or Pune.